Welcome to this look at a fantastic new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on Settlers. This is a new mod map out by SETKA Simulators. 275.5 megabytes download. There are no required mods to download. And I'm going to start off by saying Merlin's beard. Wow. What? So, this is Hutan Pansai, but it's not Hutan Pansai. This is what I talk about when I talk about maps. When I talk about maps being ported over in previous versions of the game. Has enough been done to make the map different, to make it exciting, to make you want to play it again, potentially if you've played it before, or if you've just looked at it and thought, it's not necessary for me. This is staggering. I don't know how they've done it on the on the megabyte download. I have no idea how it's been done. The map is Hutan Pansai in places, and you'll look across most of them and go, well, yes, Hutan Pansai. But then it's not. It is so not. The level of detail, the changes to the landscape, the whole train route has been completely rerouted. New bridges, new level crossings. There's a new railroad silo depot. Honestly, there's a football pit's been added in. I mean, starting off here, right? On the base game version, you start off here. Luckily, I haven't got those horrible splodges like we used to get. And there was a big old mountainy hill off in that direction. Not anymore. It's been kind of smoothed out. And the amount of extra, like, trees and foliage and detail, it's just, I mean, I honestly don't know where to begin. Slot count on new farm is 1,659. You start with all the equipment and machinery. Farm management start from scratch, it's 1,590, and you don't start with any of the base game equipment or any of the start equipment and machinery. I got the slot count down to 1,412 because, and let's show you the map. The map looks like this, and you'll go, yeah, well, it's Hutan Pansai, isn't it? Kind of, but kind of not. This wasn't here. This wasn't here. This forestry bit wasn't here. We've got far more terraced rice fields, which is, I mean, just looks absolutely fantastic. Then we've got all these areas across this middle section here. This was all just fields. The main vehicle shop was up here, not anymore. That's been moved. These are all separate farms. There are 8 farms on the map. There's one here as well. This one was on the base game version, but has changed massively. Now, what I'm going to say is, as per the instructions say in the description, all 8 farms have the same buildings. All the same buildings, apart from the start farm. There's a couple of little extras on the start farm, but all the rest of them have the same buildings, just in different configurations. So what I will do is I'm going to show you one of them when we get to it, and the others are all the same. But just to say that, on plots 12, which is here, plot 6, which is here, we've got plot 82, which is up there, we've got plot 3, which is here, we've got plot 9, which is there, and then plot 60, which is the one right up there, which can all be purchased. The prices as well, they're not that bad. When you click on this one, 270, plus you get a plot of, you get a plot of land with it. When you get this one here, it's a little bit more expensive, 375, but it's a bigger field that comes with it. On 12, 201, 864. Now, one we are going to purchase is this one down here, plot 17, which is a little bit cheaper, 82 grand. So I'm going to buy that, and you'll see all these things here, and that mirrors. Now, as far as field prices and plot prices and stuff go, it's not too bad, actually. For the size fields and stuff you're getting, not too bad at all. Like I said, the train is rerouted. So the train used to come pretty much on straight across and a curve round off to the exit. Not anymore. I've got a little video clip. If I've got enough time, I'll show it. It depends if I run out of time. The train now runs round here through this woodland. You'll see when we get there later on. Follows round the side of here. It's incredible. Round here, a whole new bridge system, bridge layout, runs right the way around here and brings us back round across here and out. Still takes us out to a neighbouring town. But look at all this. All of these plots and this one here can be purchased separately for your own productions, your own factories. If you want to make your own industrial zone, you can. And again, they're not expensive. Considering what you can put on them and do with them, just incredible. So, I mean, I suppose what we need to do is crack on because we're going to run out of time. Something I did want to check, which I hadn't checked and I should have checked. If we come to here and we go to our statistics, collectibles, there are 25. I haven't found one yet, but there are collectibles to collect. Equipment and machinery, just here. Sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger just around the corner. Now, what I will say is all of the other farms, all the buildings and stuff, including decoration, can be removed. At this farm, you can remove the buildings and stuff, but not all of the decoration goes. I haven't found a trigger that gets, like, for example, these tables and chairs stay, and because they're sitting on this little bit, this balcony, they kind of sit elevated. So be careful at the start farm, but all the other farms can be removed. Wardrobe trigger is just around the side here. We've got a shed there. We come around the front. We've got bees just here. We've got a rice sapling greenhouse just here. We've got a silage clamp just there. There are more, let's say the terraced rice fields, there are loads of them around the map which can be purchased, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So come up around here, like I say, we've got a shed there. More equipment and machinery up around here. I mean, that wasn't there before. This was all a big hill, wooded area. Not anymore. What else do we have up there? I think it was just an open area at the top there, if I recall. Just looking at my notes. Around the side here, chicken coop for 20 chickens, including this barn and building here. Curiously, inside the barn, if you fancy a chat, lurking inside is Walter. And then lurking at this end is Ben, that are just hanging out inside the chicken shed. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they are hanging out. Fuel point just here. Inside this building, you've got to be careful because these are, the rice equipment is right in front of the doors. If I open the doors, it pushes the rice equipment away, so you have to move those first. Workshop trigger is just in here. And like I say, all of these buildings are on all of the farms, just in a different configuration. You can see your markings there for your workshop trigger. And then we've got 3 bale and pallet storages along here. So this one here, 250. One a bit further along, I think it was 250 as well. There's one for 150, and I think there was one for 50. There we go. So 3 bale and pallet storages. If we come around the back here, we've got our pig pen. The pig pen will hold 54, just there. And if I jump into our drone, you will see here. So we do start with this land. I'll show that in just a moment on New Farmer. All these terraced rice fields. Look at the hills. How much that's changed. Open fields here. And this side as well. This on the base game is all forested hillside with winding tracks. Nope, fields now. Look at it. It really, it massively opens up the map. And it makes it feel so different. And this, like I say, I can't emphasize enough how staggeringly good it is. It's superb, man. That's from the Daily Planet. That's a quote directly from them. Oh yes, we've got a stone pile over here. We've got a load of stone that we start with there. Curiously, we've got a lime station just... Oh, the silo. I meant to show the silo. Where's that? Did we go past it? There you go. There's a brick silo there. 500,000 litre. And that's base game crop type. So standard crop types, not a multi-fruit. Weirdly, we've got this hayloft. But the hayloft isn't showing. And I drove underneath it to see if it was... It's not usable. I'm not sure if that's a mistake. Whether the triggers need to be added. It's not showing on the map as available to remove either. So we're sort of right about here. Lime station is there and it's not showing. It is on the land we own. Actually, if I purchase that plot of land... oh, hang on. There we go. That's why. That's weird. It must have gone right up to the boundary because I checked a couple of times. Well, that's on our land. We own that. No, it's on the next plot over. So to get the hayloft, which is the base game hayloft, you need to buy the plot of land next door. Brilliant stuff. We solved that problem. Into the build mode we go. Under build mode, we've got under our sheds, we've got that building there added in. If we go to silos, we've got the 500,000 litre, not multi-fruit, standard crop type silo. And then here, we've got our bale and pallet storage there. And then, which is just a trigger that you can put in front of your buildings. We've then got under tools, just there, the vehicle workshop, which we've got all the farms. And then under, I think it was just under pigs then. Pretty sure it's just under animals and then pigs. Because the chicken one, I think, is a base game one. But we've got, hang on. There you go, just there. Shed with pig pasture. That says 50, but it says it holds 54. Curious, but anyway. So that's all the stuff that's under build mode. There was nothing under paints, like textures, plants or trees. That's how it comes. Right, so what we need to do now, let's grab our vehicle. We'll use the little lorry. Now I've got to remember the route I took. Yeah, well, I was saying it again, wasn't I? And I said Superman and made my little joke. But this is what I'm talking about. You know, I suppose when people convert maps over, they do it because the die-hard fans say, we want this map again, please bring it back to the new version of the game. But look at this. Look, I mean, this is so good. How have they done this at 275 megabyte download? Look at it. It's just brilliant. So the main farm we have a cow pasture. Now that is a big difference because on all the other farms you don't have a cow pasture. So that is something to be aware of. If I come the wrong way, I might have done. So cow pasture just down here, and that will hold 32 cows down there. So that's the main farm. Like I say, the other farms don't have beehives, they haven't got silage clamps, they haven't got the rice sapling greenhouse, and they haven't got cow pastures, but all the other main buildings are on all the other farms. Like I say, I'll show you one of them. And here's the new railway. And the railway, where it goes across the various different roads, there's little level crossings, there's like what I refer to as like honesty box crossings, where it's that thing of, you know, you've got to be very careful because you're crossing yourself. You have to, you know, not crossing, you know what I mean? There's no barriers. That's an uncontrolled one. So, rent train point. Now, what I will say is we're still having the same problems. The train doesn't seem to want to stop. The only place I got it to stop was out by the port, and it did stop, and I did manage to get onto it, which is how I got to do the little video clip. So what we're going to do is now head around. Have I gone the wrong way? No, I haven't. But it's actually working. It's only gone and worked. Right, round the side of here. We're going to do a very weird route through the town. I've got to speed up because there's a lot to show you. There's a lot, and as you see all these little plantations of trees. The road layouts have changed slightly as well here and there. Football pitch. Now this is one of the football pitches you can actually play football. The ball is in the middle. You can kick the ball. It allows you to pass it. When you score a goal, the points go on the board. The ball goes back to the centre, and you can carry on playing. And when you're done, you can reset the scoreboard, and it's all good to go for the next time. So football pitch is just there. To our right coming up, we've got the canning factory. This wasn't here. I will get to the point I keep trying to make in that, you know, yes, diehard fans want a replacement. There's a canning factory. A replacement of the, what I will say as well, again, as I always do on my map tours now, contracts are available. There are no custom crop types. I meant to say that. Got overexcited and didn't say that. If you want to have a look and see what is available on the map, it's all here with the recipes, cycles per month, that kind of stuff is all showing. So if you're not sure what can be done where, there you go, there's your canning factory. So we're going to cross over the bridge, but there's an element of it where people will say, well, but I played on that map already, I don't want to play on it again. And yes, maybe you have faithfully recreated it for the new version of the game. However, and I kind of get that, I understand if people have played on it before. I have to say, I think this has changed enough that it feels like a different map. Yes, the town seems the same. Over to the right hand side, just over there, we've got the harbour sell point. That is still where it was. Some of these sell points here are where they were, but then, like I say, out to the far end there, so I think it's why the canning factory got moved. Things are a little bit different. We've just gone past, where we go, debris crusher just there behind us. We are going to go through the little villagey bit. I know I went the wrong way through this last time. I'm going to go the wrong way through it again this time. But just to show you, David is still, I think, where he was, and the bakery is where it was. So hopefully we don't meet too much traffic coming the other way. But if we whiz through here, off to our right in this little side turning, we will see David lurking. As he does, he has a want to do. So just over, there's a building. There he is. David's just over there, look, lurking at his house for a chat. For anyone that happens to wander by into his trap, where he will catch you and talk to you. Bakery just here on the corner, which is where it was previously. And look at the bridge, look. The new railroad bridge. It is so well done, and it's not even like it's like, oh okay, yeah, it's been kind of plonked on, it's not, you know, it's all right. It looks incredible, like it was always supposed to be there. I mean, that's the thing about it, it looks like it was always meant to be there. Farmers Market is where it was, up in here, So farmers market sell point is the end just there. We're going to cut through. We're probably not supposed to cut through this alleyway. There are cones there. Just to prohibit your movement, I think we might be able to sneak through here. I didn't actually do this on my prep. I looked at the map and thought, yeah, we'd be able to get through there. And now I'm not so sure. Can we get through this little gap here? Yeah, of course we can. I mean, practically no hassle at all. So, oops. Never mind, there we go. It's happened. Map tour, pulled out in front of traffic. Of course, right. So, round the side of here, we've got our sugar mill, which is just there. So there's our sugar mill sell point. Over to this side, it is the oil mill, isn't it? I think it's oil mill is just here. Carpentry is the next building over. That's this one just here. I'm going to check the map because I'm looking at my notes. I'm thinking, have I made a mistake there? Sugar mill? Yes. Excellent stuff. Oil mill? Yes. Carpentry? Yes. Tick. Brilliant stuff. I'm en route. We're doing okay. Now the dairy on here, like most of the dairies on the base game stuff, it's not a dairy. It's just a sell point. So it's not actually. I mean, look at this. This is all changed, hasn't it? There wasn't a big ramp here. I don't think that cargo ship was there, was it? The ones are over there. That's new. So dairy sell point is just here, and then we move over to this open area here. Which, like I say, all of these plots can be purchased. So as far as expansion, as far as making the map your own, that area there is huge and goes under the new railway. So again, you can buy that plot of land and you can build stuff and make stuff, and the railway comes this side of this sort of hillside. The train went off the other side. It comes this side now, which is absolutely brilliant. I mean, honestly, it's incredible. And then this side here, we've got the smaller plots for you to purchase if you want. We had a look out on the map originally. Oh dear, I think that might be a collectible. No, it's just an anchor. Look. Did I mention collectibles? Yes, we had to look, didn't we? So from here, what route am I going to take? Yeah, this way past the spinnery. Have I got this right? Next one over is the spinnery, just here. We'll bump through there. There you go, spinnery, just here. Now we're next right, next left. It's all going very well so far. I'm very happy with it. I'm sure a lot of these buildings have changed as well. Some of these out this side have. Again, I say I had it as my test map for a while when we first kind of started out. I didn't really play on it as far as it went. I didn't come into the town, didn't do a lot other than the first map tour. So if you've been playing on this map, again, that's going to be one of the things you'll be looking and thinking, wow, okay. I mean, I can see things that have changed that I remember from the map tour. I don't remember all these big apartment buildings, but maybe they were there. I don't think they were. So, our new vehicle store is here, down in the town. Lime station just here. Vehicle shop and workshop trigger. There's your workshop trigger. Vehicle shop trigger is just here. This is the reset point. There's a forklift truck down here, which you have access to as well, should you wish to use it. I'm pretty sure, did it say there was storage here as well for vehicles? I'm not sure if that's... I read that in the description, but I don't think so. Maybe not then. Maybe it just meant generally. Well, there's plenty of space. It's not like there's not a lot of room here. So, there you go. There's your vehicle shop and workshop and reset point for the map here. And we've come... So we're here now. At the back of the town. I say they're not minor changes, you know? They're not little things that have been adjusted or altered. This is big stuff. I mean, look at the bridge goes right the way around the town. And it looks like it's always been there. It looks like it's meant to be there. And you might look and go, well, that's the original one. It's not. Not at all. That came out way further over. Which, when we go around the rest of the map, it makes the rest of the map feel bigger, which is strange. It makes it feel more open. So if we come up here, This brings us up to the rent train, or one of the rent train points. We've already seen one, but there's a rent train point just there. This is the warehouse and the warehouse sell point, which were previously on the other side of the hill. If we jump up over here, this bit here is where this was previously. So the railway used to come across, right the way across here, join in here, come across there, and then we go off and into the hillside there. So this has been dramatically changed. So we're now over this side with our warehouse point just there, and our warehouse sell points just there. Glorious. Like I say, I'm not sure why it did slow right down. I don't know if it's because I stood on the tracks, I can't remember, but it did stop. All the other rent train points I tried to get it to stop at, because I was trying to get a good thumbnail, and I thought I need the train. I want to show off the new train track because it looks incredible. And I couldn't. The other rent train places, it wouldn't stop, but here it did. So we're going to continue across here. So that plot we purchased, that's got the next farm on. I'm not going to give it a number. Like I say, there are 8. So if you're coming on here to do multiplayer, I just feel as well there seems to be more foliage, there seems to be more trees around that I don't recall either. Again, I could be misremembering, which, you know, is possible. It happens, you know, it happens to the best of us. And if you're a young person, you'll be going, what? It will. You just wait. Anyway, so I'll show you this one, and then, like I say, all the others are variations on a theme. So you will see some of the stuff we had at the main farm. So a fuel point just here. So just over here, we've got our pig pen, silo, 500,000 litre, bale and pallet storages, the 3 that we had at the other one, they're just over there. Sleep and wardrobe trigger, just here. Over this side, we've got our chicken pen around the back there for our 20 chickens. And then this building here, you see the hazard marked area at the front, if it's there we go, is our workshop, just in there. Now, like I say, unlike the main farm, I'm pretty sure, because there's a wall around the back here, on this one, again, just as an example, I'm pretty sure when I sold the house, I think the wall went with it, that comes all the way around there. So you can remove pretty much all of that. If I go on to enter demolition, farmhouse, yeah. So you see the wall's all gone now as well? Pretty much all of the extra farms, all of the buildings and the decoration can be removed if you want to. But if you want to keep them, keep them. It's entirely up to you. Because they've used the same buildings, I think that's another reason why it's kept the megabyte download low. Also, the buildings have been put in, they're not required mods. They've been put into the base game, into the menu, but haven't been added as a required mod, which is another nice feature. Biogas plant, it's just over here. I'm not going to buy it. We've already seen it's in the menu of productions. It's expensive. I think it's 1.6 or 1.9 million, this one, to buy it, which will get you the land as well, I think, because there's no option to buy the land separately here. Yeah, 1.98. She's up there. And like I said, if we come to here and there's your biogas plant. So you can see fairly standard stuff. It's a 1 megawatt, so it's going to do bigger recipes, faster recipes, because it's a bigger production. Large facility. Now there are a couple of locations on the map I'm not going to go to. I'm not going to go to because they are the same. I mean, like I said, we've gone around a few of them because I wanted to check out some of the sell points and see how the main port area had changed. But for example, the temple, let's go back to our map. No, there. If we go back to our map, all the way out here, the temple area is exactly the same. That hasn't changed. You can take your drive out all up to the temple, and you've got your stuff here. So you take your things up there to build the temple, and it will pay you for things. I'm not going to take the drive out to 60 either. Again, like I say, that's going to be slight variation on the farm we've just been to, just up in the hillside. Again, difference to the Hutan Pantai one. When you bought that farm on Hutan Pantai, there was a little sawmill there. That's not on this version. The sawmill's not up there. So we're not going to be going all out to the temple or out to 60, but we are going to be getting around, I think, most of the rest of it, I think. because it's exciting. Such a good job. Right. It's fine, I've got dispensation from the local constabulary not to stop at signs, apparently. We're going to turn here. So what we're going to do is head in through the middle, and you'll see how that's changed. And you can also see here, when we've got the railroad running across, the big bridge running across here, it just opens the whole lot up. It makes it seem absolutely huge. You can see the span of the bridge coming around that big curve there now. Oh, my sign. And the trackways that crisscross the middle bit. The trees, like these big rows of trees, I think that might have been along the route of where the old railway went. But so we'll just cut across the middle here. I like the fact as well, it's all integrated seamlessly. You know, I've said sometimes I do map tools, so it's a little bit clunky here and there. You know, it is seamless. Now across the entire map there might be the odd floating tree or something here and there that, you know, potentially I haven't seen one. So here's the next farm. Again, a variation on a theme. You can see all the similar buildings. They're all there, including the wall around the outside, which can all be sorted out, used, sold, but in a slightly different configuration, which again makes each farm feel different whilst using the same buildings. It's very clever. And as I was saying earlier, it keeps that megabyte download down. It keeps the slot count down as well, because you're duplicating the same stuff. Gas station just here. We're going to cut in across this way. So this was another farm on the base game, but again, look how different it is. It's not spread so much that way. With all the trees and foliage around it, it gives it a very different feel. We've still got the jink around here, but again, all of this, look. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right. Let's head out. And go past the next one as well. So I say, we're kind of like, so we're not buying them all as we go past. You're getting a feel for where they are and how they break up the landscape so much more. Yeah, it's all across there. I think it is, isn't it? I've just suddenly realised, look, I'm such a muppet. The trees line the route, don't they? I think of the old railway. All these tall trees. And then it came across here and joined on there, but it went right the way across there rather than going that way. Yes! I'm not going to go up onto the freeway, highway, interstate. Not sure what it's called in the Far East. Gas station electric charge point is just over there. And if you want to go to the temple, you go out that direction up to the temple. Like I said, we're not going to go that way. Where's that car going? We are going to go this way. And we're going to go round and up into the, which was just a forest before, which has now got the railway runs through it. And we've got a Grain West silo. This one, I think. I'm basically just making this up as I go along. No, it's this way. Yeah. Please don't pull out, please don't pull out, please don't pull out. Oof. Right. So we're going to turn just in here. Now, maybe if you absolutely adore Hutan Pantai, you may consider this to be absolute sacrilege. But look at the detail here. With these little ponds, and the railway runs around the side. Let's say, hopefully, if I've got enough time, if I edit it correctly, I should be able to put the. I think it's a 2-minute train ride. Rent train point is just there if the train will stop for you here. Loading in and taking out of the silo, transfer silo is done here. It's a big old facility, just there. And then loading on or off the train is done here on the platform. And there you go. In and out of your silo is done just there. It's a big facility, and again, seamlessly integrated into the landscape, like it was always supposed to be here. Incredible. Now, I'm pretty sure that, and we're going to whiz past them, but the grain mill, the animal dealer, and the other rent train point are in exactly the same locations, I think. So just over there is the big grain mill. I think it's as it was. Trying to look at the building. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is where it was. There might be some extra bits and bobs I'm trying to think where shipping containers and bits and bobs were. I don't think. Actually, if we don't have money, how are we looking for finances? If we buy this, do we get the land? I can't remember. I don't think we do, but I could be wrong. 288,000. Let's go back to here. Cross our farmland. No, we don't. And if we buy that plot, no, we don't get this. I was just thinking again, it's one of those things, I'm looking at and thinking there's a big expanse here. You could put all sorts of cool stuff on it, but we can't. But that, I mean, that's the grain mill just there. Then we're going to whiz up and around. So for the, as I say, for the most part, I mean, obviously this has all changed where the silo is. We seem to have a lot more trees here as well than I recall. But the placement of these next bits, I think, are where they were, including the sawmill and Noah up on the hillside. We are going to drive up through and around there, and we're going to head up to the restaurant sale point on top of the hill. I think the village itself is in the same location. I don't think anything's been changed in the village. But on the way out of the village is where we've got all the new rice field terraces, which look just brilliant. So Katie is out the front. We've got Lime Station and Slurry Point around the back. Across the front here we've got the animal dealer point there, animal dealer sell point just ahead of us, and then the manure purchase point is just here, which is, I think it's where they were on the previous version, with animals out in the pens too. And we come out along here. Now this is the same as the base game version, and I said this I think previously, that, whoa, okay, I was too busy looking ahead and not watching where I was going. That was a bit daft. So we have got a rent train point here again. I couldn't get the train to stop here, but we have got a rent train point for loading here. And I said, I think when I did the previous map tour, there's a little cafe a bit further along as well, that I just thought there should be a sell point here. Like, there's the restaurant up on the hillside, but this train cafe, but you can't buy this plot of land, so you can't put a sell point on it. Would that be perfect? Have a little train car cafe or something like that. But again, it's a moot point at this juncture. So let's head up and over the hill. I'm excited to see the I think we're going to be fine for time. So what I'll do is when we get to the end, before I do my outro, I will cut to the little the train ride, so you can see the route of the train as it goes across, and then I'll do my outro. That's probably the best way of going about it, I think. So all the level crossings, all the additions, it's incredible how it's been done. When we come down the other side, I'll show you some of the crossings that are the like I say, they're unmanned. Is it unmanned? I suppose the barriers aren't manned, are they? But you know what I mean. So, as was the previous location, I believe, we've got the sawmill with Noah up on the hillside. Now, was there only one way in on this one and one in the same back out again? I can't remember now. There's a loop. Maybe it was. So there's Noah. The sawmill is just up on the hillside. The forklifts are decoration. Other than the main vehicle shop, I think all the other ones are decorative forklifts. They're not showing on the map as vehicles. So, back down away from the sawmill, up the hill, and then we're going to do a sharp left, head up towards the restaurant, which is at the top, above the little village. This copes really well with the hills. I mean, I suppose loaded up it might be a little bit more sluggish, but for the time being, it's doing all right. Not as much traffic as I thought there'd be, actually. I don't know if that's been reduced on here. I remember when I went through the town on Hutan Pansai, when I did the map tour on that, how busy it was, you know. I kept bumping into stuff because I was going the wrong way down the one-way streets. Which, you know, kids, you shouldn't do it. Don't do what I do. I'm an idiot. Right. So you can see the village down below. Up the top here is the restaurant sell point. When we get to it. And then we'll sweep down the other side to the terraced rice fields. It's plot 70. There you go. There's a restaurant sell point. Pagoda is still there. We're going to take this turning out here. So again, I'll chuck the dronage up So we can see, there we go. So the Hillside village is all still where it was. I think this was there previously, which is all very nice, but added in, and like I say, then we'll whiz down to the bottom where the railway track is, and you can see the crossing, the way it just goes across the land as well. Phenomenal. I thought this map was cool as Hutan Pantai, you know, because it was the new map. It was, you know, and all the little sneak peeks and previews and all the cool stuff. There you go, vineyards out to the side here. Then to our left, as we come round here, you will see. Look at this to our left. That's new. And again, look at the rock. The way it's been done, and again, I'm not knocking other map makers, but you often find when rocky outcrops and stuff done, it's just that landscape slab, bang, wallop, put on a bit of a texture, that'll do. This looks like it's always been there. Look at it, here and here, with different textures for each as well. So it's not even like it's the same. It's not just a plug and plonk, you know. It looks absolutely brilliant and fits in. I know I keep using the word seamless. It is seamless. No, for anyone said, I have no affiliation to the map maker. I don't know them at all. I haven't been paid or bribed to say any of the things I've been saying. I just genuinely, yeah. So we go, look. So you've got the cross in here. Again, look how well that's been put in. And then you've got, well, you've got the farm track as well. So obviously that's a more of a main road version. Then you've got your little one to the side here. When you come out of the farm, go straight across. You need to be careful. Be very careful crossing. So if we come back to our map, we started at the main farm here, came out down past the cow pasture, rent train point, out there to the football pitch and canning factory. Went in through the town. We had a look across at the harbour sell point. We didn't go to it, but the harbour grain elevator sell point is just there. Come out there. Hang on. Then we came up through, and then we went round this way. I know it was a weird route. Looked up towards the farmer's market. It's there. It's up in there. Down through here. Then we came round through all this bit. Out to have a look here. Back out past the spinnery. Up to the vehicle store there. Then we came out to the new railway station. Warehouse point, warehouse sell point. Then we came out there and we bought this. We had already bought it, but we had a look at the farm there. Biogas plant. Out from there. Then we took this route round up through the middle here. So it took in, we didn't look at this one. We actually just came past this one. So we actually took in a few of the farms as we went past. Gas station, electric point. Then we came out there to the grain elevator. No, the Grain West silo. Grain mill, animal dealer, out to the rent train point there. Up to the sawmill. Then we followed this route all the way out here to the restaurant. Round the back there. We're now at this point here. So from here, we can drive out to there and back across, or we can go along the main road and back up, which brings us up towards the main farm. What I want to show you is this bit here. So like I say, this was where, I know I showed you at the start, this is where the the main vehicle shop was. And this hillside here was completely forested, sweeping up and over the top. But I just honestly, I can't get over how different it looks. And the main farm is back over here. Then out over this way as well. It's just so good. So good. And as promised, a ride across the countryside on the train so you can see the route it takes as we go. And there you go. That's Settlers by SETKA Simulators. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.